Hi you guys, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I have yet another Halloween look for you guys today, and I have on my spooky nails still and my spooky earrings, and I'm just so excited. I just love Halloween so much. So we are gonna be doing this eyes sewn shut look over here. We are going to be using a needle and thread today. If you do not have any experience with liquid latex, I definitely 100% would advise you not to add the needle and thread to this. It's still a super sickening look if you don't have it sewn shut like I do right now. If you just had like a gorged out eye, you know what I mean. I'm so excited for Halloween if you guys can't tell. So let's hop right in because I can barely wait. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel. You give this video a big thumbs up for me, turn on your notification bell, and let's get started. Okay guys, so the first and probably most important step in this is skin prep. I'm using a silicone-based primer to create a nice barrier between my skin and the latex. Next, I've just cut out some circles out of toilet paper, and I'm going to be splitting these kind of like Dwight from The Office, if you know you know, to create thinner layers. And I'm gonna be repeating the same process with some cotton pads, guys. Using my James Charles palette, guys, I'm just going to be doing my initial coloring on my eye where I want the wound to be. So you want to start off with pinks, purples, and reds and kind of build up from there. I'm adding on top of that brown, and I'm not going in with black just yet. Now applying our first layer of liquid latex, guys, you want to be very careful around your eyebrows because you don't want to be ripping out your hair when you remove this. I'm just going to be layering those on top of one another, and I'm only going to be putting latex on the outsides. I'm not going to be putting them so much on the middle of these circles. Guys, if you have not worked with liquid latex before, you do need to be conducting an allergy test. And you do that just by applying a small amount on the inner portion of your wrist, leaving it on for a half hour, and seeing if your skin has a reaction. Latex is one of the most common allergies, and I don't want anything to happen to you guys while you're achieving this look. Now very, very carefully, guys, I'm just going to be creating a hole, pulling apart that area with my fingers in the middle section, applying latex to basically all around the inside and the outside of those pieces that I missed. I'm also adding some of my shredded up cotton pads to give this a little bit more texture. I'm just with my finger, guys, removing a little bit of that product. I did use scissors for some of it, but if you wanted that extra skin look, you could absolutely keep it, no problem. I just thought there were some areas that were a little too much. Also keep in mind, guys, that whatever brush you're using for this, you're going to absolutely destroy it, so I recommend using a really cheapy one or buying one specifically for this look. Once that latex has completely dried down, guys, only to our area that we applied everything, we're going to apply our foundation. You want to make sure that you take your time with this and blend out really nicely because that's going to make a huge difference in this overall look. That's why we separated our toilet paper to make sure that we could get as thin as possible and easy of a transition into our actual skin. You want to also make sure that you get as much of the way as possible. We are going to be going over with some colors, some pinks, some reds, some browns, but you still want to get that base as skin-like as possible. And now before I put any powder or anything on my face, I'm just gonna be taking a angled brush and I'm gonna be creating some veins. I do want these to appear like they're kind of under the skin, so I wanted to do this before I did any of my color work and before I set my face so I could have the powder on top of that. Something for this look that you really need to consider, or anytime that you are doing any kind of look like this, is, I mean, what would it actually look like? You know, if your eye was gouged out, like what would it do to the rest of your face? Or what would a bruise that size do to the rest of your face? So you want to try to bring as much of that as you can into your final product, obviously with the limitation of the space that you have on your face. And so that's why we're using the pinks and colors that we're using first before we just go in with any browns or blues or anything like that. I'm also going to be adding some fake blood all over there. This really does make a huge difference, and I think it just makes it look so sickening. So before this next step, guys, you have to ask yourself a very, very, very important set of questions. First question is, do I have experience with liquid latex? If the answer is no, don't attempt to put the needle anywhere near your eye. For the love of all that is good and holy in this world, please don't put any sort of needle near your eye at all. This is honestly, you need to have a practice and experience with this product in order to achieve this look. If you wanted to, like if you had to have this sewn shut look, try it on your mouth. Do not go anywhere near your eye with a needle and thread. If you do not have any sort of experience, don't try it at all. Love y'all. I want you to be safe. Please. Don't do this. This is for experienced professionals only. So I'm just gonna be removing a little bit of extra skin throughout this process that I don't like. Again, if you like that, if you want it to look more skin flappy, like, you go right ahead. And if you guys notice, with the needle, I am always going outward. I'm never going inward toward my eyeball. So when I go down and out, and when I go up and out. This is really important for safety, guys. Just so you know, I don't want you to stab yourself. I am going back and forth twice with my needle, and I'm going from my outer corner of my eye to my inner corner of my eye. To seal this look off, guys, I'm just going to be attaching that needle to like my extra skin area in that latex. I tried it on the bottom and I didn't like it, but I switched it to the top and it came out a lot better. I just had to go in a few more times in order to get it to fit properly. Let's say normal side of my face, I'm not going to go over it too much just because you guys can do whatever you want. I just kept it really light and girly, but yeah, literally you guys do anything that you want to this side. I'm just going to touch up my work a little bit on this side, guys. I'm adding a little bit more veins and coloring to any of the areas that I might have accidentally brought over too much foundation. I'm also going to be adding a little bit more fake blood to help out with anything that we might have removed when we were sewing our eyes shut. I'm just doing a really girly nude lip, but again, you guys can do whatever you'd like. For that extra creepy finishing touch, guys, I'm just spraying myself with some fake blood. Alrighty, guys, so this is it. This is the finished eye sewn shut Halloween look. I am really loving how this came out. I think it looks so creepy and yucky and so great. I just love it. And I cannot wait to send more Halloween stuff your way, guys. I cannot even tell y'all how excited I actually am. As you guys know, Halloween is my favorite. So make sure that you don't miss out by having your notification bells on, subscribing to my channel, giving this video a big thumbs up, and I cannot wait to hang out with you guys next time. Bye!